Okay, hello everyone. I'm going to give you a 50-minute flow, 5-0. So I just tuned in a little early just to give some of you a chance to find it on here. I do plan on moving over to Zoom pretty soon. Seems that seems to be the trend lately. Seems to be working for a lot of folks. Anyhow, I'll just tweak this a bit here. All right, well anyhow, we're going to get started here in a moment. So make sure you're probably going to want some tissues. We will be doing some breath work here. Definitely want to get the breath moving about before we get into flow. And then also some water would always be good. Let's see, I'll give folks a chance to show up. Hello. All right, well, we're going to get started here. I'm going to start you off with breath work like we normally would. Hello, Sarah. All right, so go ahead and sit up straight and tall. And like I was saying before, have a tissue and maybe some water nearby. You might need it here. All right, so once you are upright, sit up straight and tall, close the eyes, go inside. We're going to take 5 breaths, 5 deep breaths. Take a deep inhale. Let it out. Let's do 4 more. Inhale. 3 more. Inhale. 2 more. And 1 more breath like that. Inhale. All right, and take a moment now just to let your body melt down. So just observe things as they are. Get your body very, very comfortable. And notice, are you holding on to tension anywhere? Soften up your jaw. Soften up your shoulders, your back, your chest, your belly. All the way down through your hips, pelvis, legs, and feet. And as you get the entire body to relax down, take a moment to observe the passing traffic through the mind. Do your best just to be, the pedestrian. Watch the traffic as it goes by, but don't go playing in the traffic. See if you could watch the cars. Don't go on describing the cars, just see them as they pass you by. In this way, just for about 30 seconds, we're going to do some silence here. So I will not say a word, just simply be the observer of all which passes rather than passing with it. And now from this point of stillness, start to deepen up your breath. As you start to breathe deeper, find that point that's 2 inches behind and below your belly button. The dantian, the hara point, whatever you wish to call it. Once you've found that point, 2 inches below and behind your belly button, start to wiggle about from it. Don't think about the how of the wiggle. Just simply wiggle. There's no right or wrong way to wiggle. Let the wiggle work its way up through the arms, through the legs perhaps. Give yourself a good morning stretch, and don't think about how to stretch. No one has to tell a baby how to stretch, or a dog or a cat how to stretch. They just follow their bodies. You do that. Do that for about the next half a minute here. Breathing, stretching as feels good. Let your body lead you in a free flow. Now eventually, once you've completed a good little, series of movements, when you've lost your mind, come to your senses, come back to your body, once you've done that for a bit, find yourself a very comfortable upright position where your belly's soft and your spine is straight. Because we're going to be doing some Kapalabhati breathing. So this is that, sometimes it sounds like hyperventilation. Ideally, it shouldn't be. This would be Kapalabhati breath. I'll show you briefly. So it's an active exhale. The inhale is on the recoil, so make sure you're not going. That'll just make you pass out after a while. That's hyperventilation. So anyhow, we're going to get to that breath in a little bit here. What I'm going to have you do first is the sun breath. This is a good breath to help calm you down, which I think, well, it's a sunny day today, but on the cloudy day, I know a lot more people needed this. Anyhow, palms face upward upon the lap. As you inhale, bring the arms all the way up to the top. And then as you exhale, lower the arms all the way back down again. And now once again, inhale, bringing the arms all the way up to the top, bringing the breath with it. Exhale the arms back down. Now I'm going to keep these up without talking, so you could either follow along with me, inhaling as you bring the arms up, exhaling as you bring the arms down, or just go at your own pace. So we'll keep this going from here just for a few moments. And let's do about 3 more of these slow, concentrated breaths, making it very graceful. All right, now the next time that your hands are down on your lap, go ahead and bring them to your belly. We're going to go into that Kapalabhati breathing. So once more, make sure that you are sitting up straight and tall. You might need a tissue nearby. So we're only going to do 1 round of this here today. So anyhow, place your hands on your belly. If you remember correctly, this is the one where we're just going, just a little, pumping of the belly there. We'll do about 37 expulsions. Each exhale, I'll kind of give us a clap for, so you know when to exhale. It helps if we have a rhythm to go by anyhow. Deep inhale, and inhale, and then very strongly exhale out. All right, hold on a second, water. All right, now once again, I apologize there. Inhale, deep inhale, and then exhale out real strong. And then 1 more time. Inhale all the way to the top, very firmly, exhale out. And then take a comfortable breath in. Once you have that breath held in, you're going to hold the breath in for 30 seconds. I'm going to take a drink of water. If holding for 30 seconds is too long, of course, just simply begin to breathe when you need to. About 15 seconds left if you're able to maintain. All right, and let the breath go. All right, now 1 more breath work. I always like to throw this in because it calms you down after Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati riles you up. Nadi Shodhana calms you down a little bit. So alternate nostril breathing. So I'm not going to marry you for this. I found that marrying is kind of interesting when we're doing Facebook Live. So bring your right hand. Let's see if I got this right. Left hand goes to chin mudra, thumb and pointer finger touch. Once you're doing that, you've let that left hand rest upon the left knee. Right hand goes to Vishnu mudra. This is where you're lowering down the pointer finger and the middle finger, leaving your thumb, your ring, and your pinky up. So once you have your right hand in Vishnu mudra, cover the right nostril with the right thumb, and then sit up straight and tall. Inhale through the left here. And then seal off the left nostril with the ring finger, open up the right, exhale right, inhale right. And then once you've inhaled right, seal off the nostril, exhale left, inhale left. And that's the whole pattern from here. It's just out, in, seal the nostril, switch, out, in, seal the nostril, switch. Now stick with it at your own pace there. Out, in, seal, switch. I'm going to be quiet for just about 45 seconds here. Stick with it to the best of your ability. Now the next time you exhale through your left nostril, that's when you're just going to let your right hand return back down to your right knee. All right, now I'll be honest with you, I've been going a little stir crazy, like anyone, I suppose. What a perfect time we're in though right now. I mean, we're pretty much forced to go within. I bring this up for a reason here, so without going too deep into wordiness, because words can only say so much, experience is the real teacher. So sit up straight and tall, close the eyes, and just take a moment just to tune within. You know, this is a time in which it can be a lot harder and easier to tune in. A lot harder because there's so much distraction online to get caught up in, but a lot easier because, well, the outside world is slowed down. So I'm going to be quiet now because this is my subjective interpretation. For the next minute, just simply observe everything as it comes and goes, watching the breath. And if you get restless, don't let it take over you. See if you could just watch it, and like everything, it will come to pass. So 1 minute of silence, just watch things as they go. From this empty space, there's room for anything. And that's what we're going to start to do, is create a little more here. So from this space of stillness, find that point 2 inches below and behind your navel. Once more, without thinking about it, lose your mind, come to your senses. Start to wiggle about from that middle point of the body. Start to stretch out. This feels good. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Once again, trust yourself. Follow your body. And for the next minute, we're going to start off in the usual manner. We're going to eventually get to vinyasa. But before we get there, we're going to come up into a table position, all fours. So in your own time, your own way, take about a minute to eventually join me up on all fours. And like I said, ease your way about. Lose your mind. Don't let your mind tell you how to move about. I keep on saying the lose your mind thing. I've always wondered why people use that expression. It's generally when somebody's lost their mind, so to speak. Well, the problem is that they're too stuck in their mind. I know that from personal experience. All right, anyhow, blah, blah. Once you are up at all fours, we're going to go right to cat-cow stretches. So once there, just simply inhale, tailbone up, belly down, crown up. Exhale, tailbone down, belly in, crown down. And keep this going. And remember to let all the movement come from the back. Don't let the arms take over the movement. Think of your back like a wave pool. And the waves are generated at the back of the pool. That's where they all start. So we're going to keep this up for about a half a minute. Breathe your way through it. The breath to the body like wind to the kite. let's take 2 more sets here. Tailbone up, tailbone down, 2 more times. Excuse my cough, I had dairy. Foolishly. I am not sick, I assure you, but not like it matters, because, well, we're pretty well separated. Anyhow, once you've come back to center, we're going to funk it up a little bit here, so to speak. We're going to turn to barrel rolls. So, this all happens from the midsection here, so drop down through the center of the torso, and then all we're doing is we're rolling right from the thoracic region. It's like you're hula hooping with the center of the torso. Once again, keep the limbs more or less steady. All the movement right from the thoracic region, right from the xiphoid process area, just south of your sternum. We'll go for about 20 to 30 seconds in each direction, breathing your way through it. All right, so go ahead and switch direction here. Roll it on the other way. Good. And breathe your way through it once more. Get the sense that the breath is what's moving the body, because that is what is happening. If you stop breathing, you won't be moving. Don't try that. All right, let's take about 4 to 5 more circles, give or take. All right, so it's very easy to be sedentary during these times. So before we get up to standing, we're going to throw in some planks today. Yes, planks, core strength, all that fun stuff. So anyhow, because I am going to start throwing in some more exercisey stuff. Not so much today. Maybe today. We'll see. But, so, first thing is planks. So what you're going to do from here is go ahead and come up as if you're going to do a push-up. Now we're going to maintain this plank for just about 20 seconds this time. So breathe with me here. Deep inhale. And just exhale with that sigh. We'll do about 4 more of those to make approximately 20 seconds. So inhale. 3 more. Inhale. 2 more. Inhale. And 1 more. Inhale. All right, so drop the knees down. Shake out the hands here a little bit. So that's the first plank that we're going to do. We're going to do another one now called Purvattanasana. This can also be referred to as reverse table. Now be aware, try not to lock out the joints. Don't lock out the elbows here. So there's 2 ways of doing this. I'll show you. There's reverse table or Purvattanasana. Reverse table or upside down table, whatever you want to call it, is basically coming to all 4s, but just like that. You want to make sure your elbows don't lock if you do that. If you wish to try out Purvattanasana, the inclined plane, you let both legs go straight out on the floor, all 10 toes reach to the ground, and you're reaching up. Now what's holding you here? It's the core. If you're not, if you can't really feel that, take a moment to slouch and then come back up. Anyhow, 5 breaths here with me. If you're able to maintain deep breath in. 4 more. Inhale. Inhale. Just 2 more. Inhale. And 1 more. Inhale. And come on down. All right, shake it out a little bit. All right, so that's all the core stuff we're going to do for now. We are going to come back to a little more later. I think it's really important to keep things strong. The physical practice of yoga is not just stretchiness. It's strength, obviously, too. Anyhow, go ahead and join me up at standing here. Come on up to standings. We are going to play around with some vinyasa. Before we get there, though, I want to make sure everything is moving, like a well-oiled machine here, for lack of a better way of saying it. Hold on a second, I don't want to have a wardrobe malfunction. Almost said a wardrobe malfunction. Anyhow, from here, start with the shoulders. So inhale 1, and then the other up, back and down. Good, and then let the elbows get involved, let the full arm get involved, and eventually let the entire body get involved. Bending at the knees, making these complete circles here. We'll keep this going just for about a half a minute, breathing your way through it. Alright, so about 3 more sets. Right shoulder, left shoulder. And then after you've done that last set of right, left, well, then we're going to get to the hips here. So not a lot of these warm-ups today. Once you have your hands on your hips, knees slightly bent, and then start to roll your hips around in a circle and gradually increase the scope of these circles. Now, while you're doing it, notice how much are you engaging the glute medius, the glute max. See if you can let these areas soften a bit. They obviously do need to work for these circles to occur, but see how much you can soften around them. Breathe with your circles here. Going to keep it going for about a half a minute in each direction. Imagine that you're showing someone what cold honey falling off of a honey spoon looks like with your hips. So approximately 3 circles from here before we switch direction. And then after that 3rd circle, switch direction. Roll it on out the other way. And let the breath be your guide. I'm going to give this about another 15 seconds, and while you're moving about, pay attention. What muscles need to be working? Which muscles can be let go of? Soften the jaw. No need to grit the teeth. All right, and about 2 more circles, give or take. And then after you've done about 2 more circles, come on back to center. All right, so quick little thing just to work these little iliopsoas muscles here. Let's just take a few of these little external rotations of the legs. So lifting up one leg at a time, externally rotate it. It's like that scene in The Matrix, after Neo kicks the agents there. Whatever. Anyhow, just do a few of these at your own pace. Doesn't matter how fast or slow they are. We're going to come back to them later. All right. Now I'm going to take a drink of water ahead of time this time. I had some cheese yesterday, which was never a good idea. It was worth it, though. It tasted good. All right, so anyhow, let's see. We're going to go into just 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar. I wanted these to be like high-powered rounds, so I'm not going to hyperventilate you, but we're going to move at a good pace here. Not too fast, but not too slow either. All right, so come to the top of your space. Feet hip-width apart, knees slightly bent. Shoulders rolled back and down. I just realized I'm going to give you a side view. That'll be a little more helpful. All right, so from here, inhale the arms up, catch the sun, bring it down to the heart. Namaskar. Inhale, rise up and slightly back. And then exhale, forward and down, fingers or palms to the floor. Inhale up to a halfway lift. Exhale, hands back down. Inhale, leap or step your feet back so we get to plank. From plank, lower down a bit, and then inhale, scoop through into upward dog, heart forward, shoulders back and down. Your knees could be on the ground or up. Either way is fine. All right, and then push back to downward facing dog. From downward dog, right leg lifts, step it all the way forward. Left hand on the ground, right hand in the air for the reverse side angle. Parivrita Parshva Konasana. Exhale, right hand down, left foot forward to Uttanasana. And then inhale, reverse swan dive up and back. Exhale the hands to Namaskar and release. All right, so that's a half round. Let's do the left side now. So inhale the arms up, catch the sun, bring it to Namaskar. Inhale, rise up and slightly back. Exhale, swan dive down, fingers to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands back down. Inhale, leap or step your feet back, plank. Exhale, lower down a bit. Inhale, scoop through to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Inhale, left leg up, step it all the way forward. Right hand on the ground, left hand in the air, reverse side angle. Exhale, left hand down, right foot forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Don't hit your head on the bookcase. Exhale, release. All right, just me. All right, we're going to do one more round like that together. And pay close attention, because then you're going to do one round on your own, where I'll be modeling the poses, but I won't be doing them. So here we go with round 2. Inhale the arms up. Catch the sun. Bring it down to your heart. Inhale up and back. And then exhale, swan dive down, fingers to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands back down. Inhale, leap or step your feet back. Exhale, lower down a bit. Inhale, scoop through, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right leg up. Step it all the way forward. Left hand on the floor, right hand in the air, Parivrtta Parshvakonasana. Exhale, right hand down, left foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive up and back. Exhale, namaskar, release. All right, left side now. Inhale the arms up. Catch the sun, bring it to namaskar. Inhale up and back. Exhale, swan dive down, fingers to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands back down. Inhale, leap or step your feet back, plank. Exhale, lower a bit. Inhale, scoop through, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left leg up, step it forward. Right hand on the floor, left hand in the air, Parivrtta Parshvakonasana. Exhale, left hand down, right foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, up and back. And release. All right, so that was 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar. The way I'm going to do this from here is I'm not going to say a word. Hopefully this will translate well. I'm going to do 1 round. I'm not going to mirror you, though. So I'm going to be stepping my right foot forward the first time and then blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, do your best to follow along. Hopefully you remember this. So 1 full round of Surya Namaskar as we just did. All right. So hopefully that went well for you. If you have any questions, please leave them below, because I could offer, guidance via videos here pretty easily if the same questions come up a lot. Anyhow, let's see where we're at here. So I promised a 50-minute flow. 50 minutes goes by rather quickly. We're at 30 minutes already. So anyhow, I want to give us a little bit of balance. Balance is all about where you place your mind. If your mind isn't steady, your body most likely won't be steady. So that's why I always like to throw this in. So when you're ready to, have your feet about hip width apart and root down, drop anchor here. Get the sense that nothing can knock you. In fact, just for a moment, just start to roll around. Feel the feet on the floor here and just kind of roll around your base. And what's rolling you here? Feel that. Also feel the role that the quadriceps are playing, the glutes, all these little muscles that come together to stabilize you. All right, well, now that you have this, bring your gaze to somewhere high up in your room. Don't look up like that. Keep your head steady, but find a good focal point on the ceiling or wall in front of you. Once you have your eyes affixed, start to shift the hips, root the weight, and then lift the other leg up. And we're just going to go from side to side like this, like a slow motion dance. Shift, root, and lift. Now earlier I said we were going to come back to a movement that we already did. So this is where it comes in. If what you're doing is easy already, Then you could start to externally rotate one leg at a time. If balance is somewhat of an issue, find that dantian, the hara point, 2 inches below and behind the navel. In martial arts and in yoga, we're always talking about this point. This is a good stabilizer point. So if you're still doing all this, this is real simple, you're throwing in the external rotations, well, then you get to throw in the wave hands like clouds movement. This is, I guess, a Tai Chi movement. You can think of it like what the hula dancers doing down in Hawaii. We're just swaying the arms from side to side. My purpose in throwing it in is to mess up your balance enough so that you can learn how to catch yourself. So if all this is easy for you, then try it with your eyes closed. Can you balance when there's no external reference point? Can you be the source of your balance from the inside out? Anyhow, give it a try if you're able. We're going to keep up these balancing exercises just for about another, say, 3 sets from side to side. Next time you're stuck in a panic, remember these movements. The hardest part is starting. If you push through the initial resistance, as I found out last night, moods can pass if you really want them to. Depends on how attached you are to suffering. I don't say this as somebody who's above it. I'm still learning. Anyhow, next time you land upon your right foot, stay right there. I want to give us a different balance pose today. We're going to play around with the dancer, Natarajasana. Now the thing is, we're going to do several rounds here. There's several areas to stop in. So what I'm going to have you do first, though, is root down. Roll your shoulders back. You're standing upright yet relaxed, like sitting down while standing. From there, you're going to transfer the weight. Let's transfer into the left foot. So left foot roots down. Find your focal point. Lift the right leg up. Just find the balance here. If this is easy for you, then bend the right knee, take hold of the right foot. Find the balance there. Fools rush in where wise men dare to tread. No rush to get there. If this is easy, bring the left arm up as if you're waving to someone in the distance. If this is still easy, don't worry about coming forward in this pose. It's more about pushing the foot into the hand. That's going to tilt the sacrum, and eventually that's what's going to bring you forward. So make sure that your pose always looks more like this as opposed to this. Keep your heart forward. Stand like a superhero in the pose. Now do your best. We're going to hold on to this one for about 20 seconds on each side. Remember, this is good. This is good. This is good. Wherever you're able to maintain the pose, breathe deep. All right, and then after the next breath or so, let it go. Shake it out there a little bit. So my philosophy with a lot of these poses is it's good to practice it at the level you're at that level perfectly, then try to aim for a level that's above your level and trying to force yourself into this. I'll elaborate upon that in a moment. Let's do the other side though first. So pour your way into the right foot, root down, get your root established. Lift the left leg up, make sure your focal point is there. And then if you're balanced here, so if this is easy, then take hold of the left foot and establish balance there. This is like what I was just saying, you take it one step at a time. If it's easy, right arm goes up. If that's easy, then you push the foot into the hand, tilt the sacrum, and do your best to keep the hips even. There's always going to be a tendency to tilt. Do your best not to. Anyhow, one little step at a time. Give it about 20 seconds. Do your best. All right, and just one more breath. And as you inhale, bring it on up, lower the arm down, shake it out a little bit. All right, so let's see where we're at here with time. Oh my word, I'm not even going to worry about the clock anymore. What, you guys got to be somewhere? Well, some of you do actually. Anyhow, we're going to throw in Trikonasana pose before we go out. Trikonasana also does some work here on the core. So, feet wide apart. Once you got those feet wide apart here, first thing is make sure your feet are in the same line. Then bring your arms up and make sure that your wrists line up with your ankles on both sides. Once you got your wrists and your ankles lined up, lower the arms back down. Now you want to be real mindful about your knees. Don't lock or hyperextend them. Keep that in mind now. So we're gonna start with the right foot. So pivot the right foot 90 degrees to the right. Left foot pivots in 45 degrees to the right. Place your hands on the hips here, and then square off the hips. So if you have your fingers out like this, the hips are facing, those fingers are straight ahead. Now from there, notice how you do in class I call this sassy hips, I guess, I don't want to do that. So anyhow, you're going to push your left hip so it's higher than your right. Bring your arms out, and then just rotate to the clock at 6 o'clock. Left arm in the air, right arm down. Make sure that your glutes don't start to go behind you. Imagine there's a wall behind you which your shoulder and your glutes are sharing space upon. Feel the work in the oblique right here, the side ab. Anyhow, we're going to maintain this for about 30 seconds. Breathe deep. Fifteen more seconds. And one more breath, and then rise on up. Lower the arms down, turn both feet to point forward, shake it out a little if you need to. We're going to do the other side here. So, same thing as before, except now take the left foot, pivot it 90 degrees to the left. Right foot pivots in 45 degrees. And then from there, place your hands on your hips, square off your hips, towards the front, wherever that would be relatively. And then from there also, notice how you kind of move these hips from side to side to isolate them like we were doing in the hip circles. Right hip goes higher than the left. Right arm up, left arm down, so go right into it this time. And then once more, feel the roll of the oblique, of the glute medius. Keep these back. Don't let them roll forward there. Keep those engaged. Even the glute max is engaged a little bit. Anyhow, breathing deeply. Feel the roll that all this plays. Feel the non-roll that gritting your teeth plays. So let your mouth relax. Give it about 10 more seconds. Breathe deep. And then after that next breath, rise yourself up. Lower your arms down. Shake it out. Turn both feet to point forward. And don't come out quite yet. Got one more movement. Devyasana, the goddess pose. You call it the goddess pose. I call it the sumo wrestler. Anyhow, we'll see why. So you're going to bring your feet out at these 45-degree angles. I pull up my pant legs for a reason here. You want to make sure your knees are over your ankles. Make sure one of the most common things I see is folks will kind of let the adductors disengage, and then I'll start to see this after a while. Don't let that happen. Make sure you're not creating the omega side. You know that. Knees are directly over the ankles. Ideally, your thighs are parallel to the floor. Take a moment here to root down. Now, from here, if this is pure suffering, come up. You want it to be a challenge, but not so much that you're biting your lip and waiting for it to be over. Make sure it's something sustainable. Once you're here, bring your arms up to cactus arms. We're going to maintain for about 30 seconds. Breathe deep. All right, 2 more breaths. And yes, I'm counting in my head, so 30 seconds is relative. It's like when your mother would say, 1 minute. Anyhow, next inhale, rise on up, lower the arms down, walk the feet in, and shake them out like the dog does when it gets out of the lake. All right. And then once you've done that, we're not quite done on our feet yet. I figured that the rest of the class more or less is going to be upright until we get to the closers. So let's see. Yeah. All right. So we're going to do the cross-legged stretch here. I want to loosen up these abductors after holding you. I mean, obviously, a lot of it was here. This is going to help out too, though. We're going to get all around the thighs. So standing up straight and tall like a superhero. Take your right foot, cross it over your left foot. Once your right is over your left, bend the knees a little bit. We want to always make sure we're not locking. Roll the shoulders back and down, heart forward, and then right hip over to the right, upper body to the left. If you wish to take this a little further, right arm could come up. If you still want a little more stretch here, you could grab the forearm or even the elbow. Just make sure your head isn't jutting forward, so don't cut off your nose despite your face. Keep yourself upright. Anyhow, however you're holding, you're going to maintain for about a half a minute. Inhale, elongate, exhale, relax a little into where you've got me. All right, 2 more breaths. And then after the second breath, rise yourself up. Of course, we're going to go to the other side now. So you're going to, once again, place your hands upon your hips like a superhero, like Wonder Woman or Superman. Left foot over the right. Bend the knees a wee bit. Push the left hip to the left, upper body right. If you want more, your left arm could come up. If you still want to add more stretch to lats, intercostals, you grab forearm or even elbow. I'm going to stick with the basic. You do what works for you. Remember, if you grab the elbow, though, you want to make sure that the head doesn't jut forward. Anyhow, about a half a minute. Breathe deep. All right, 3 more breaths. Feeling that core lift holding you up. If you don't know what core lift is, you can just take a quick moment to do that. Anyhow, 1 more breath, give or take. And then rise yourself up, lower the arms down, shake it out a little bit, shake out the hips. And I just want to show you one thing, just for informative purposes, because I got a question on the video the other day about back bends. And this always concerns me when I see folks doing back bends that all focus on one part of the back. So I'm going to do a bad example of back bend real quick. That's like my lower back taking the whole thing. Thankfully, I could handle that. I've been practicing way more yoga over these last few days. The point is, though, is that we want the back to share in a back bend. So I just want to give you a little kind of informative back bend pose before we get to the floor. So place your hands on the backs of your hip bones. There's the PSIS place, the posterior superior iliac spine. It's where the hip bones are sticking out of your low back. Place your hands over those 2 hip points there. Now once you have it, sit up straight and tall, heart forward. Now from there, engage your glutes, let your hips come forward. Engage through the core, let the heart come forward. Now as for your neck, no Bikram neck. In other words, don't crunch the head back. Let your neck be an extension of the spine there. And think about this for back bends. Everything, from a crescent lunge to a upward facing dog to the upright pigeon. Think of that for back bends. So let's just give this another breath or 2. And then after that next breath, come on back up and just shake it out a little bit. Give yourself some counter movements. There's no right or wrong counter movement to do here. All right, so I'm going to start to tone us down here. So I want to give you the bridge pose. It's a nice back bend that'll also give us a good stretch across pec minor, pec major. So, and then after that, it's just closing poses. So bend your knees, place your feet upon the ground. Hopefully you can see me. Let me adjust this a bit. All right, so feet flat upon the ground, knees bent, knees directly over ankles. Remember, do not move your neck or head in this pose. So, with that being said, rise your hips up towards the ceiling, interlace your fingers together underneath the body, and walk the shoulders close. And remember, don't roll your head to the side unless you lower your hips down first. I know one of you is doing that. Anyhow, interlace your fingers underneath you and keep yourself held upright here. Now, what is holding you? You feel the glutes are engaged, the hamstrings are helping out the quads. Just notice what muscles are engaged is the point there. You don't need to know the names, and what muscles don't need to be held. Anyhow, we're going to maintain for about 3/4 of a minute. Give it lots of breath. Just about another 15 seconds, give or take. And then after your next exhale, release your hands, lower your hips down. Now, normally I wouldn't tell you to hug the knees to the chest, but today I will. So hug your knees to the chest, rock a little bit along your back. So we're going to rock along the back a bit, and then we're going to do a newer counter stretch for bridge called letter M legs. This is one I started kind of throwing in about 3 months, no, I guess it was about 6 months ago. I was having a sacroiliac pain, and this is the movement which helped me to alleviate it. So anyhow, I'm going to give you a head-on view here. I apologize ahead of time. I'll try to do it a diagonal. So what we're going to do here is your feet are going to make a big letter M. I call it letter M legs for a reason there. So once you have your feet, your feet and your knees wide apart, we're going to let both knees fall over to the right. Now once the knees have fallen to your right, pick up your head, look down. It should be a straight line from your left shoulder to your left knee. That's going to help to get, basilis anterior, the quadricep there. If you want to add a little more stretch to get up into the SI joint, you can take your right foot upon the center of the left thigh, and that's just going to send the stretch up and around that hip bone there. So hopefully that makes sense to you there. So straight line from left shoulder to left knee, right foot goes upon the center of the thigh there. Anyhow, we'll maintain that just for about a half a minute. Once again, if any questions come up with any of these, let me know, because perhaps I could do special tutorial videos for individual poses. Anyhow, breathe deep, about a quarter of a minute. All right, and then after your next breath, well, we're going to go the other side. So bring your legs back to letter M legs, and then this time both knees are going to fall to your left. Once the knees have fallen left, peer down your torso, straight line from right shoulder to right knee. From there, left foot will be placed upon the center of the right thigh, and that would weight it down and send the stretch up around the hip bone to the SI joint, the area around the SI joint. Anyhow, about a half a minute here. Breathe into where you feel sensation. And one more full breath in and out. And then thereafter, go ahead and come on back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. And come on up to seated. So I'm going to give you one more pose before the relaxation here. It's going to be Baddha Konasana. I love this pose. And one of the reasons why I've been teaching it a lot is to just clarify things, because many of you who come to my classes, I apologize. You've heard me say this a bunch. It's very important though. Make sure you don't bounce the knees in a butterfly pose. The reason why is that your hips are out there. The hip joint here is that you're all the way open. To bounce the knees here is like opening your car door and pushing against it. Eventually, that's going to mess up the hinge. I'm not saying you're going to break off your legs or whatnot, but it's just not too good for the hinge there, for the joint. So if you crave movement, rock from glute to glute. And think about a lot of these just basic movement principles. Do your best not to lock out joints or hyperextend joints. I always instruct yoga teachers to know your body better than the teacher does. And it's always okay to say no to a teacher when they come up to you and say, oh, I need you to do this. They don't need you to do that. You listen to your body. All right, anyhow, we're going to give this about 5 to 6 breaths. I was about to go off into some stories about a certain Swami I used to live with. He used to try to force me into poses that my body was not ready for. I'll tell you that another time, though. Anyhow, let's give this about, just another breath or two here. All right. So now from here, we're going to meet up in Shavasana. And when I say Shavasana, I use that loosely. Of course, Shavasana is like the anatomical position, lying on your back, whatnot. What you're going to do, though, is you find the position which is comfortable for your body. So you're just going to kind of stretch about as feels good to you. There's no right or wrong way to stretch. And, over this next minute, make sure you're nice and comfy, after you've given yourself a few stretches, and then I'll lead you through a relaxation. So I guess after all, this class is probably going to go for just about an hour. I was trying to keep it under an hour, but anyhow, I'll be quiet for a bit, and I shall start to lead you in the relaxation in about a minute. Okay, so take your time coming down if you're still on your way. Once you're there, make sure you're warm enough. I'll give you still another moment or two. I like burning this stuff. The name always slips me, and I know you're all saying it out loud right now. Anyhow, it's gonna come to me. Reminds me of the summertime. Last time I burnt it, Sid said, it reminds me of the summer because it's they burn this at the festivals all the time. I used to really not like it, but it's wonderful. Alright, hopefully you can smell it there too. I send it to you. Alright, so when you are nice and comfy here, we're going to start off the relaxation as we did earlier. We're going to take this time just 3 breaths. So take a deep inhale, let it out with a 2 more times. Inhale. And 1 more time. Inhale. Alright, now just let the weight of your body start to melt down into the floor. Let go of all doing altogether. Imagining that you are becoming like a piece of ice cream that's been fallen on the hot July pavement. Anyhow, feel everything melting down into the ground. As your body starts to melt down, notice your head, your neck, your face. Hone in on your jaw. Part your lips. Relax the jaw. Let the tongue relax. And as the jaw, the tongue, the mouth in general relaxes, the lips part, the throat relaxes, the cheeks relax, the temples, eyes, and eyebrows, forehead, scalp, and crown all let go. And then you send the message up that I am relaxing my neck, my head, my face. My neck, head, and face are all completely relaxed. And now tune into the area which goes from your shoulders down to your waist, letting go of your arms, your hands, your fingers, your shoulders, and just like a warm Hawaiian rain down your back, feel those shoulders softening down. The rhomboids soften all the way down, the lats, the sides of the back are melting down, all the way down to the area behind your kidneys, softens down. Your chest and your belly soften along with it. And then take a moment just to notice, is there calm within the digestive system here? If there are little gurgles and whatnot, see if you could just breathe into them and let them out with that. That'll calm the nervous system, help to relieve anxiety. And then in your mind, send the message down that I am relaxing my arms, my shoulders, my back, my chest, my belly. My arms and shoulders and back and chest and belly are all completely relaxed. And lastly, tuning into the area which goes from your waist to your toes. And start with your glutes. Don't be a tight ass. Sorry. Soften your glutes. Because as you soften the glutes, then the hips will soften and the pelvis will soften. The thighs, all around the thighs, quads, hamstrings, adductors, abductors, they all let go. Calves and feet. And then you send the message down that I am relaxing my hips, my legs, my feet. My hips and legs and feet are all completely relaxed. So for approximately the next 4 minutes now, I'm going to leave you here. I'm not going to make a noise. It's going to be a very boring video from here. I'm just going to sit here and meditate for 4 minutes. So anyhow, at the end of the 4 minutes though, I will om you back. We'll do a little closing chant. I will throw in a Shivananda chant. Oh, and there's Amy. Yeah, so anyhow, 4 minutes, let your body relax. And if your mind is very busy, if you keep on thinking about 1,020 things, thinking does nothing. First of all, well, that's not totally true, but see if you can watch the thoughts go by like clouds in the sky. If you were to try to grab onto a cloud, your hand would go right through it. Let your thoughts be of that material. And just, anyhow, 4 minutes, relaxing mind and body. And now ever so slowly, begin to deepen up your breath. And as you start to breathe a little deeper, let your fingers wiggle. Let your toes wiggle and let that wiggle work its way all throughout your body. Through the arms, through the legs, until you're giving yourself a good morning stretch one more time of your own making. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Now, once you've given yourself a good morning stretch, join me at seated. The way we're going to close this is we're going to do 1 minute of directing the attention, which is kind of like a loose way of saying meditation. I'll elaborate in a moment. And then after that, I'm going to do a closing Shivananda chant, the Om Triambakam. So anyhow, directing the attention. This last little exercise, all you're going to do is keep the attention at the tip of the nostrils. For those of you familiar with Vipassana, I guess you could say it's similar to Anapana in a way. You just keep it, I mean, it really is in a way. It's just all you're doing is keeping the attention at the tip of the nostrils, watching the breath moving in and out. If the mind wanders away, you reel it back. So anyhow, 1 minute of one pointed focus here, right at the tip of the nostrils. Be present for the breath. Let all else fall off to the wayside. Triambakam yajamahi sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva vandanan mrichur mukshiyamamrutat. Aom Triambakam yajamahi sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva vandanan mrichur mukshiyamamrutat. Aom Triambakam yajamahi sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva vandanan mrichur mukshiyamamrutat. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Naramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pasyantu Makashid Dukhabhag Bhavet Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotir Gamaya Mrichur Mamrutam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate. Om Shanti 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 Om Peace Peace Peace. Om Bolo Sakuru Shivananda Maharaji Ki Jai. Om Bolo Shri Vishnu Devananda Maharaji Ki Jai. Hari Om Tat Sat. And well, since everybody's saying it, Namaste. So namaste to you all, and may you all be happy. May you all be healthy. May you all be peaceful. And take some time to explore what's within. You know, I'm sure you're already feeling that there's only so much Netflix you could watch, only so much food you could eat. You're trying to fill an empty space there. Tune within. Anyhow, I can only say so much. I'm a hypocrite. I'll see y'all soon. I'll let you know next time I'm doing another one of these. Thanks for tuning in.